American men are weak as fuck. American black men are weak as fuck. American black men marry women that are older than them because they have mommy issues for some reason whatsoever. American black men get in all sorts of street fights. I mean, logic and American men it just goes the opposite direction, bro. And um, okay, for issues such as this, I'm not. This is not a small issue. This is such a big story, such a huge concern. Death is involved, and the death of a toddler here is involved. But to be honest, the man here is to blame. You know, as a man, you have to get hold of your bitches. You have to get control. You have to take control of your women. How the fuck would a woman you're dating killed your own child? That means you're just weak as a man and you're useless. What business do you have being on the surface of this earth if you cannot control a woman? A woman, if you cannot protect your own child, what kind of man are you for you to be making such stupid decisions as to be dating women that should be inside a mental asylum? What the fuck, bro? Hmm? You know, I heard this dude talk. I felt like just if I had the ability to get inside the screen, I'd do it and slap the shit out of his mouth. What the fuck is that? How useless can you be as a man, bro? And this is not an isolated case. American black men are useless. That's just the truth.
Jeremy Ross apologizing to Fallon Whitson.
Look at this asshole saying that he should have never had her around. You're weak. You're useless. A big ass man with an earring on the I have friends with earrings, bro. This I have male friends with earrings, but they're not irresponsible. This dude is giving a bad name to men who wear earrings, to strong men who wear earrings, for that matter.
I'm sorry, so I should never ever had her around.
Jeremy Ross apologizing to Fallon Whitson for exposing their 3-year-old daughter, Journey, who they shared custody of.
She was on the spectrum, so she was nonverbal, but she communicated through music and she communicated through sign language.
To a woman who police say ended her life.
Why is this world so evil? She took my baby.
41-year-old Marquetta Phillips charged with the little girl's murder. Ross says he and Phillips were in a romantic relationship on and off for the past year, a relationship he failed to disclose to Fallon.
I can't see her grow up into the woman I knew she was going to be because of a woman I didn't even know.
She been staying with me for a year, you know. She watched Jerry numerous times and stuff, but I guess I didn't know she was a crazy case.
On Wednesday, he left Journey in Phillips' care at the apartment because he had to work.
I'll say, okay, here's the milk. The food is right here. Everything, no arguments, no nothing, you know. Everything was good.
But when he got home at 3:30, he walked into a nightmare.
I see some knives around here and stuff, you know. So I see blood on the knives. I'm like, why some blood on my... So I instantly run, checking my baby girl.
Metro released this arrest report detailing the crime scene. Detectives located multiple kitchen knives and a pair of scissors. 3 sheets of paper with notes in red marker were on the floor with the words, "See what happens when you blank with people's lives? Now we both have nothing." Written on a wall in the bedroom in blood, the words, "Everybody that played me is cursed." Ross called police, but there was nothing more he could do for their daughter, who had been stabbed multiple times. The gruesome scene replaying over and over again in his mind.
She was defenseless. She didn't deserve none of this. I wake up, I look for my baby. I'm still looking for my baby.
Look at this, bro. This is a crazy woman, Satan himself. When you look at this woman, it should give you an idea of Eve's and Satan's collaboration in the Garden of Eden. This is what happens. Have you even never asked yourself why even in churches when the pastor is casting out demons, it's the women who start falling down? It's because Satan loves women and women love Satan in return. But you can't blame the women. You blame the man. In this case, in the case of Eve, you blame Adam for not taking a hold of his wife, for not controlling his wife. Man, this should be a lesson. This is what happens when you don't take charge. As a man, you're supposed to take charge. If Adam took charge, we'd not be suffering on this earth right now. If this dude took charge, his daughter would be alive, bro. What a useless man. Huh?
She took my baby.
41-year-old Marquetta Phillips charged with the little girl's murder. Ross says he and Phillips were in a romantic relationship on and off for the past year, a relationship he failed to disclose to.
I mean, if you have a child, you have no business bringing over your women or your sexual escapades around that child. For the mental health of that child alone, it's not healthy, it's not good. Find a time when the child is in school, bring over your bitches. When the child is around, go rent an Airbnb or some shit like that. But you have no business whatsoever. Bro, I'm disappointed at this dude. And I'm disappointed in American black men in general.
I grew up into the woman I knew she was going to be because of a woman I didn't even know.
She did stay with me for a year, you know.
Look at this guy, ignorant. This is the face of black men in America, ignorant as fuck. Huh? Talking like one of those black gangsters.
She was during numerous times and stuff, but I guess I didn't know she was like a crazy case.
Dude, you knew, and say it's at the expense of your daughter's life.
Wednesday, he left Journey in Phillips' care at the apartment because he had to work.
I'll say, okay, here's the milk. The food is right here. Everything, no arguments, no nothing, you know? Everything was good.
But when he got home at 3:30, he walked into a nightmare.
I see some knives around here and stuff, you know? So I see blood on the knives. I'm like, there's some blood on my... So I instantly run, checking my baby girl.
Metro released this arrest report detailing the crime.
This is even disturbing to watch. I mean, America needs an overhaul. An overhaul of their black men. They've been sending black men to jail for so long, but now that Donald Trump is deporting all the hardened criminals to Salvador, he should do it with all the black prisoners, number one. There's just something wrong with the black community in America. Useless, especially the men. Useless, very, very useless men.